Charnee Smith is here with this week's technology report. She has information about a better way to get wireless internet on campus.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Johnny. Students who have been facing difficulties logging onto the internet through Temple's Wi-Fi for Owls are being encouraged to switch networks. The university is asking students to use the TU Secure wireless network for a quicker connection. The network is available to the entire Temple community and is able to connect with numerous university resources throughout main campus. Temple University celebrated America Recycles Day on November 15th. Several recycling organizations came out to Lee Course Walk to showcase their unique sustainability missions in hopes of making the students aware of what they can do to stay green. The Office of Sustainability has a number of ongoing projects to decrease greenhouse emissions and reduce the university's carbon footprint.
We're really working hard to get those programs implemented. We're doing a really great job on some things, and but we need to keep up the battle because it's constantly evolving. There is no end point of sustainability. It's a constant evolution.
Okay. Recycling is really important, and I think it's great that Temple is doing their part to stay green.
Oh, of course, I try to recycle as much as I can.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Charnee. And coming up on Temple Update, Lindsay Keeler will be here with the latest news from the Owl Sports sidelines.
But first, here's Molly Moran with this week's list on top Thanksgiving traditions.
No longer at the little kids' table at Thanksgiving, college students might pick up some new traditions centered around this giving holiday. Here are the top 5 traditions that take place during Thanksgiving. Coming in at number 5 is giving thanks. Make sure this holiday season to take a moment to give thanks and maybe give back to those who are less fortunate. Our number 4 tradition is fighting for the turkey's wishbone. Tugging at each end of the wishbone will result in one family member having a larger piece, making them the winner. This is not only fun, but also someone's wish may come true. Our number 3 is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Whether at the parade or watching at home, it is a spectacular sight to see the balloons, bands, and floats with the family. Following number 3 is football. Taking time out on Thanksgiving Day for football with family and friends is a great way to burn off some of that pumpkin pie. And our number 1 tradition is the turkey, of course. Almost every Thanksgiving dinner consists of the turkey as the main course. According to the National Turkey Federation, 95% of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving, making it a nationwide tradition. Thanksgiving is a time for families to get together and give thanks. Traditions are not only fun, but also bring the family together. This has been The List. I'm Molly Moran. Temple Update will be right back.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Lindsay Keeler. The men and women's basketball teams tipped off their season this past week. The men's team headed to the historic Palestra for a Big 5 matchup against the Penn Quakers. The Owls not only shined on defense with 7 steals on the night, but they also brought it on the offensive end, with 4 of 7 players hitting double figures. And people questioning what we would see from Juan Fernandez this season got their answer, with number 4 coming up big in overtime with a 3-pointer that would put Temple ahead by 5. He would end up with 19 points on the night. Your final in this one, Temple hangs on in overtime for the 73-67 win. And coming off of their dominating performance in their season opener versus Miami of Ohio, where the Owls dominated 70-36, the women's basketball team hoped to continue their streak when they traveled to Boston to take on Northeastern. Shea Petty, Krista McCarthy, and Brittany Lewis proved to be a triple threat in this one, as all 3 hit double figures and points scored. Shea Petty continued to shine in her return to her hometown, adding 5 assists and 4 steals to her box score. Temple would sail past the Huskies 72-58. And the Owls will stay on the road with hopes of continuing their beginning of the season hot streak as they head to Ohio State on Friday and Northern Illinois on Sunday. Now, let's head to a different court. Coming off of a nail-biting win over Duquesne, the volleyball team got ready for their final match of the season, which was also senior day, as they went up against Xavier. And after a rough start to the match, Temple looked to stage a comeback, but a strong offensive showing by Xavier would widen the gap, and Temple would end up losing in 3 sets. Even though the Owls lost their final game, their progress from last year speaks for itself. With double the amount of wins from last year and 5 starters returning next fall, the team hopes to build on this season's success. And the competition to fill the final starting position for the men's basketball team has been tough, with TJ DeLeo, Aaron Brown, and Khalif Wyatt all vying for that 5th spot. One player's performance at the Palestra proved why he is in the runnings. He started off as a redshirt freshman, averaged only 13 minutes a game as a sophomore, but junior guard TJ DeLeo made quite the first impression in his 2011-2012 season debut against Penn.
In terms of confidence, this is the game I had the most confidence. I mean, my junior season and getting to play a little extended minutes, I felt more confident out there, and just when you get going out on the court for a little bit, it really makes it a lot easier.
Number 11 stepped up on both the offensive and defensive ends of the court, scoring a career-high 10 points as well as pulling in 5 rebounds for the Owls in their overtime win at the Palestra. I
feel like I kind of gauge most of my games on how well I play defense and help our team win overall.
You know, he's a good athlete, TJ, and a great guy, and he knows his role. So if the next game he's not playing as many minutes, then he's not going to be crying about it, or he knows exactly what his role is. So I was very proud of him today.
With Khalif Wyatt and Scooty Randall both on the bench and Juan Fernandez in foul trouble, DeLeo knew he had a chance to make a clear impact.
I got to go into every game thinking I'm going to play lots of minutes and I'm going to be an important part of our team's success and help. I'm just glad we got a win, honestly. I like playing extended minutes, and it helps me get into the groove easier, so that always helps.
A last-second block by number 11 symbolized the end of regulation time and a strong start for the junior guard.
We're just happy to come out with a victory. There's no question about it, but I'm very proud of you.
And guys, well, it's really cold here. The team is currently in Puerto Rico playing off in the 5-hour Energy Puerto Rico tip-off. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, I'm definitely jealous of them.
Yeah, me too. We could use the tan, and Lindsay should talk about what we're wearing because we're wearing the same dress.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
Johnny's going to wear it too. It's okay. Still to come on Temple Update, a look at a few of the talented dancing students here on campus.
But first, here's Alexandra Gallo with this week's music trivia about Taylor Swift.
Last week, country singer-songwriter Taylor Swift was named Entertainer of the Year at the CMAs. She released her 3rd album, Speak Now, on October 25, 2010. The album went triple platinum and has sold over 5.5 million copies worldwide. This brings us to the music trivia question of the week. Which Taylor Swift single from the album Speak Now was released 12 days earlier than planned? Was it A, Mine, B, Sparks Fly, or C, Back to December? I'll be back in 60 seconds with the answer. And the answer is A, Mine. Taylor Swift's single Mine was originally planned to be released on August 16, 2010, but on the internet, Big Machine Records decided to officially release the song 12 days early. Within 5 hours of the official launch, Mine was #1 on iTunes. This has been the music trivia question of the week. I'm Alexandra Gallo.
And here with this week's entertainment report is Antoine Hall. Antoine has information about Temple Opera.
Yes, I do, Megan. Temple's Opera Theater will be premiering their production of Mozart's Die Zauberflöte, otherwise known as the Magic Flute. The show will be sung in German with English titles, and the spoken dialogue will be in English as well. The fairy tale-like opera was written in 1790 and was one of the last works composed by Mozart before his death in 1792. The overall story revolves around mankind, right and wrong, and elements of heaven and earth. Casting producers from MTV made a trip to Temple's campus in search of participants for their new show. The producers of the series, Made, visited the Student Center and spoke to nearly 75 students while searching for someone who is passionate about a dream. Whether it be losing weight, getting their dream career, or just about finding love, MTV is hopeful that a Temple owl can show them just what they're looking for.
No.
So as I was saying, you know, I think I'm gonna go catch that opera, and I think I might be able to be a star on MTV.
I missed the MTV thing, but I know Johnny wants us to mention that Drake's new album came out.
Did it now?
Yes, it did.
Basically,
I know
take
he's
care,
very
Antoine.
excited about that.
Yep.
The Esther Boyer School of Music and Dance held its annual MFA thesis concert at Conwell Hall. Updates Daniel Deloach was there.
This past weekend, family, friends, and students all gathered in Conwell Hall for the MFA thesis concert, Chronicles of a Love Junk.
My favorite part was probably when they were behind the curtain. The music was really cool with the different movements, and I liked the transitions and the costumes.
Choreographer Michael T. Roberts explains the long journey to completing Chronicles of a Love Junkie.
It's been about 7 months of straight rehearsals. In the beginning, just started making movement, not really putting it together in sequence at all. And then, you know, as the summer progressed, you know, getting rid of some stuff, adding some stuff. And then we really didn't start sequencing till August, July, August-ish. Yeah.
A long rehearsal schedule included rehearsing 8 hours a week and long Sunday rehearsals.
It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from it. When he shows us choreography, he's not telling us we have to look exactly like him when we do it. He wants us to find the feeling that he's talking about and then interpret it with our own bodies.
I feel proud that I accomplished what I set out to do.
Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Danielle Deloach.
Well, that's it for this edition of Temple Update. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook by, of course, searching Temple Update.
You can also watch us on Comcast Channel 50 and Verizon Fios 45. For Meg McNerney and the rest of the Update team, I'm Johnny Mehler. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys next time.